Hi, I'm Jean Lawler. I'm the host of the Rose to Resolution Closure and Certainty podcast. And it's a pleasure to be here with you today, Thursday. My Thursday tip of the day is quite simple. The phone is a marvelous tool for settling cases. And this really occurred to me because I was interviewed on a podcast this last week. And I was asked what I would tell my 30-year-old self about mediation. Well, mediation really wasn't much of a thing then. What you did was you picked up the phone and you talked to the opposing counsel, and that's how you settled your cases. Or you met maybe at the courthouse. Of course, things were in person more then, or you made an appointment to go have a coffee or even lunch sometimes. But the phone is something truly marvelous. So here are my thoughts on using the phone for settlement. Um, when you first get a case in the door, lawyers, defense counsel, now I'm talking about on this side, before you even file your answer, but after you've, well, if time allows, before you filed your answer, after you've looked at the case, take a minute and call and introduce yourself to the plaintiff attorney and suggest that you talk about settlement. Start talking about settlement right then and there. And maybe that's not the day that the plaintiff attorney is able to talk settlement, but you can set up a time to do it. Don't send an email saying, "Hi, I'm John, I'm on the case, let's talk settlement." Pick up the phone and call. That's a human touch, and I think that will get you much further. From the plaintiff perspective, once you see an answer come in, if you have not yet heard from the plaintiff, or excuse me, if you've not yet heard from the defense attorney, then you pick up the phone and you reach out and do the same thing. Hi, I see you're on this case. Before we get into spending a lot of money here, let's see if we can talk settlement, or whatever your approach would be, but do it using the phone. And again, not sending an email, not sending a text. Pick up the phone. It may surprise the person who answers the phone on the other end of the line. No matter which side of this case you're on, the plaintiff side or the defense side. But at the very least, it will humanize you, it will humanize your client, and it will get the discussions and the talking started. If you're not able to resolve the case yourself, then that's what mediation is for. You can always then talk about getting the case scheduled for mediation. And before the mediation, I'm sure you'd want to talk too. So give that a try. Pick up the phone more often than not, and I'll bet you might get more of your cases settled a little bit sooner than you would have otherwise, and perhaps even without the expense of going to mediation. So that's my tip for today. Thanks so much. Please feel free to follow me on LinkedIn, subscribe to my YouTube channel, listen to my podcasts, reach out and say hello and introduce yourself. I'm happy to take a phone call. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.